Okay, friends, let us discuss question 1 and question 2 of code 9. Okay, so as you can see in this question, we have given that the total power requirement of the village will be met till we have 12.5% of the fuel left with us. So let's say initially we had a naught amount of the fuel with us. Now 12.5% of it will be a naught divided by 8. So till the time we are left with a naught divided by 8, we will be able to meet the requirements of the village. Initially we have a naught, and after t years we will be left with a naught divided by 2, because t years is the half life period of the radioactive material. In next t years we will be left with a naught divided by 4, and similarly going in next t years we will have a naught divided by 8 left with us, and beyond this point we will not be able to meet the requirements of the village. So for t plus t plus t, that is 3t years, we will be able to meet the requirement of the village, and equating this 3t with nt, we can say that n will be equal to 3, which is answer to our problem. Okay, so now moving to this next problem, we are given that this is a young slit setup, and we have our first slit S1 which is in the air, and second slit S2 which is in the water. We are given that the refractive index of water is equal to 4 by 3 and refractive index of air is equal to 1. Okay, so now assuming that we get a maxima at a distance x from this point, so this first wave and this second wave both has to travel this distance. Okay, and let's say that this distance is represented by capital X. Okay, so as we can see, this capital X will be on the both side, and from Pythagoras theorem we can say x square is equal to small x square plus d square. Okay, so for the wave which is coming out from the slit 1, we can write its amplitude using the equation of the travelling wave. We can say ya, taking its max amplitude as a, sine in kx minus omega t. Now its k propagation constant we can write as 2 pi divided by lambda into x is the distance travelled by the wave, which is represented by capital X minus omega t. Okay. Similarly, writing the amplitude for the wave which is coming from S2 slit, we will write y is equal to a sine 2 pi, and the distance travelled is same for this wave also, that is capital X, divided by the wavelength of the wave which is coming from slit S2. Now the wavelength, as we know, is inversely proportional to the inversely proportional to the refractive index. So as the refractive index of water is given to us is 3 by 4, so from here we can say that lambda in water will be actually 3 by 4 of the lambda in air. Okay, so now putting this as 3 by 4 lambda minus omega t. As you can note that I have not changed the omega, because we know that the frequency does not depend upon the medium in which the wave is travelling. Okay, so now for condition of maxima, the phase difference between these two waves should be a integral multiple of 2 pi. Okay, so now we can see the phase difference, the delta phase of these two equations can be written as phase 1 minus phase 2, and it will be equal to 2 pi divided by lambda x minus omega t, the phase of the first equation, minus phase of the second equation, which is actually 2 pi capital X divided by lambda multiplied by 4 by 3 minus omega t. And this we can write cutting this omega t from both sides, and we know that this is 4 by 3 and this is 1. So we can write 1 by 3 2 pi x divided by lambda. Now this phase difference which is given to us 1 by 3 2 pi capital X divided by lambda, it should be direct multiple of 2 pi. So it should be plus minus 2 pi into n. Okay, and where I have taken this n as a whole number which can vary from 0 to infinity. Okay, so now cutting this 2 pi from both sides, what we will get, now we will have this x as x is equal to plus minus 3n lambda. Okay, and squaring both sides we can say x square which is equal to now 9 n square lambda square, which is equal to, actually if you see this equation, capital X square is equal to small x square plus d square. If I compare this equation with the equation which is given to us, I can say by comparison that our p square is actually 9, and solving this we will get p is equal to 3, which will be our answer to the problem.